Tonight on Highway Patrol. A young driver's cell phone is about to get him in trouble.
Hello, it's the police.
Police are concerned about the safety of the child in this car.
The kid doesn't have a choice.
And Senior Constable Dean Pickering isn't getting his way.
I've got scrapes and marks on all panels of the car. Do you agree this is the condition of the car?
No.
You don't?
Senior Constable Luke Anderton is just 10 minutes into his Friday night shift when a driver next to him catches his attention.
Sorry, guy here stopped the lights talking on his mobile phone. Just have a look here and see what he's doing. There you go, mate. Senior Constable Anderton, mate. The reason we've been intercepted using a mobile phone while driving. Do you have any lawful excuse?
No, not really.
Why?
I don't know, just forgot.
Just forgot. No worries, mate. Can I see your driver's licence?
You
You don't have a licence, do you?
Hey, call me back, boy.
All good?
Yep.
Is that the mobile phone you're on?
Yeah.
No worries. Can I just see the phone, please, mate?
Yep.
Beautiful. Just the... Hello? It's the police. It's the police, mate. Can you call him back? Thanks, mate. Bye.
Who was that?
Oh, no. He's going to call you back.
Now, Luke needs to formally identify the driver.
Have you got any ID on you, mate? Something with your name on it, bank card? You must have something on it.
Yeah, bank card, yeah.
Why are you driving?
I don't know, just wanted to drive. I was bored.
Because you're bored?
Because I had a chance, like, I got out of my brother's keys and...
Yeah. Because you're bored, you decided to get behind a wheel, unlicensed, and you couldn't simply just drive. You had to drive it and commit an offence. How old are you, mate?
17.
17. Not only do you not have a licence, you're 17 years of age, driving a car without permission, and you simply can't just drive the car. You've got to commit an offence by using a mobile phone. How smart are you bringing attention to yourself? Now, you may find it funny, but I personally don't. Whose car is it?
Oh, my mum's. I was just going to drop my cousin off. And,
Does your mum know you have the car?
Nah.
So what happens when I ring your mum and say, your boy's got your car, and she says, well, I didn't give him permission, it's stolen. You know what happens then? I place handcuffs on your wrist, mate, and you come with me.
Well, this guy's fine. Here we go. This will go. 90. Straight past us, doing 90.
Senior Constable Dean Pickering has spotted a car doing 90 in a 60 zone. Dean's data terminal reveals the driver is suspended, so his car will be impounded.
Don't, please.
I have no option.
Why?
Because you're suspended. You know you're suspended. You've been caught suspended before.
Mate, I can't, this is all I got, mate. You impounded. I can't get it. I can't afford to do anything like that.
But you don't have a
I'll lose
licence,
my
so
car.
you shouldn't be driving it anyway.
I just want to drive home, mate, at 40 k's an hour and just take it home, put it in the garage and that's it.
Mate, you don't get it. You don't have a licence. You won't be driving anywhere. Because we're going to impound the car, we're just going to do a condition report on it to make sure, in fairness, that it comes out the same way as it went in. So we'll be noting things like damage down the side and levels of fuel and just general condition of the car.
I only bought this car while it's in perfect condition.
It's in perfect condition.
So it's dusty.
All right, well, let's go over it together then, all right?
It's dusty.
Yep, OK.
Take the dust off, there's no scrapes and
All right,
marks on
there's
it.
marks. See there? All around the fuel. There you go, there's marks. Marks, paint. Correct?
It's just a scratch, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the car's demolished. I'm saying there's scrapes and marks. All right? Down there, marks. OK? Worn out sills. Scratch.
Scratch and marks are a bit different. Car's in good condition.
What do you call that?
Tiny scar.
A scar.
Tiny scar.
There's no such thing as a scar on a car.
Tiny
Humans
scar.
have scars. Okay, cars have marks and scratches. Would you agree that's a mark or a scratch?
Tiny mark.
Correct, that's what I've noted. Scrapes and marks.
Scrapes and marks. Small scrapes and marks.
Dean is trying to help the driver, but he just doesn't seem to get it.
Average condition for a car of its age. That's what I want you to write down.
That's not what I want to write down.
But I don't agree with that scars and marks that you've written down there.
Well, what do you call all the marks on the car? What do you
car.
call this? What do you call all that?
What?
On the mirror. Scrapes and marks.
Small scar on the mirror. Small scrape on the mirror.
Scratch.
Dust them.
Scratch.
Where?
There. Scratch.
Where?
There.
Oh, right there. That's like that scratch.
But Dean's still not getting through,
Marks,
and
we
he
already
needs the
agreed
driver
those
to
marks.
agree with what he's written on his report.
All right, let me explain what I've got here. I've got scrapes and marks on all panels of the car.
Small scrapes and marks.
I've got 2 spare tyres in the boot. Do you agree this is the condition of the car?
No.
You don't.
Senior Constable Mick McCrann's pulling over this vehicle for a routine licence check.
G'day, mate. Your driver's licence there, please?
Licence?
Yeah. Any alcohol to drink today?
I had something to drink like earlier, but that's about it.
All right. One long breath to the tube. Nice big deep breath and blow.
An unrestrained child in the car is cause for concern, as is the smell of cigarettes coming from the vehicle.
Did Do you realise that you're not allowed to smoke in a car when you've got children in the car now? No. So why is your passenger smoking?
But with the passenger protesting, Mick goes to explain and gets a live cigarette butt tossed at his feet.
You're a strange child.
Am I allowed to do that?
Well,
if it's illegal, I can pick that up.
Well, it is illegal.
Thank you.
Probably not best that you throw a burning...
Well, tell me, because if I don't know the law,
Have a listen.
Tell me.
Have a listen. Don't throw a cigarette butt out of a car. It's littering. It's still on fire. Get out, extinguish it, put it in the ashtray. That's what it's designed for.
But is it illegal?
Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you.
So I must put the cigarette in the ashtray?
To be honest, I don't really mind where you put it, but throwing it at me isn't helping the situation. So butt it out and put it in the ashtray.
With the cigarette issue being sorted, Mick turns his attention to the state of the car.
Ball tyre on the back. Why? Is it roadworthy the way it is?
Probably not.
No, it's not. So why are you driving an unroadworthy car?
I was actually getting a tyre from Mum tomorrow, because she's got one as well.
Okay.
It's just that, yeah, I had to get it.
Still not safe, though, with all these passengers and young ones in the car, is it?
No.
No. All right, have a seat in the vehicle. I'll be back with you shortly.
And now there's a new argument brewing with the smoker.
4 across the back and there's only 3 seatbelts, okay? That is an offence.
Right, the last couple told me you're allowed to have as many people as you want as long as you put them all in seatbelts.
Don't talk over the top. Listen,
If you want me to explain the situation, I can explain it to you. It's also an offence for any person in a car to smoke a cigarette with a passenger under 18, okay? So you've been smoking a cigarette in the car with passengers under 18. All right, so that's why I've got your details.
So she's sharing a seatbelt with another passenger.
That's what the other...
With an adult. And if they slam on the brakes, the adult's just going to crush the child. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not going to happen. I don't mind it when the adults make the decisions, but they just can't make decisions for the kids. The kid doesn't have a choice. Go to enough crashes with kids being injured as it is. Got a ball tyre on the vehicle. More importantly, we've got the irresponsible adults who've got children unrestrained. They're smoking in the car, so they're going to be issued with a number of penalty notices. I think people have just got to exercise a little bit of common sense. It's probably not so common with the people that we deal with, but we've got to look after them. We've got to give them a better chance to grow up healthy and perhaps a little bit wiser than their parents.
Mick and Kevin are unimpressed with the behaviour of the adults in the car, and one in particular seems determined to make it worse.
I've got scrapes and marks on all panels of the car.
Small scrapes and marks.
I've got 2 spare tyres in the boot. Do you agree this is the condition of the car?
No.
You don't?
Senior Constable Dean Pickering is having trouble convincing a driver that his car is in less than perfect condition.
Small scrapes and marks.
But some of them aren't small.
They are
This
small.
this runs the whole length of the panel. That runs from there to there. That's not...
This car shouldn't be towed until the driver has agreed to the details Dean is recording on the condition report.
What do you call this?
But the driver thinks Dean is being too harsh.
Okay, there's just little marks.
Polish, mate.
It's not, but don't,
Christ.
I'm not going to run my hands over it after you spat all over it.
Let me scrape it off.
You're not going to scrape it and
Let's
scratch
scrape
it.
with
You're
my
going to
hand.
damage the car.
Scrape it off. It's my car. I can do what I want to.
All right, well, get that out then. If that's polish, it's still there.
Pinhole mark. Write it down, please.
No, don't tell me what to do.
Okay? I want to try to be fair, right? Factually.
Yep, all right. In being fair, I've noticed, I've put on the condition report that you refused to sign.
What does that mean? What does that
It
mean?
means you've refused to sign.
Yeah,
that
but-
you don't agree with what I've written here. Scrapes, marks, scrapes, all panels.
No. Small scrapes, marks, all panels. I'll sign it if you like that.
Dean is getting nowhere, so for the sake of a compromise,
Small. Scrapes, marks, all panels.
Can I look at the car, please? I don't agree. It's all panels.
The car hasn't changed from 5 minutes ago.
But it's not on all panels, mate. It's dusty. Just trying to be fair.
You're doing my head in, mate.
crossing solid white lines has recently been outlawed in Victoria, and Senior Constable Al Farrell is about to meet his first offender.
Roger, you're welcome.
What having for a U-turn, Ike? On Wellington Street, you turn over the solid white line.
I am aware that I just chucked a U-turn in a place maybe I shouldn't have.
That's right, you just made my job so much easier.
Yeah.
You know that? So if you knew you shouldn't have done it, why did you do it?
What I was going to do is I was going to do a really funny thing. I was going to go in the drive, pretend I was going to go in there, and then reverse back out. But then I thought, what's the point of doing that?
Especially when there's two unmarked police cars watching you do it.
Well,
You're not a very good.
Lucky.
You're not a very good pretender.
Where would I chuck a U-turn on this road?
Up at the street where there's a break in the line.
That?
Where there's a break in the line.
Oh, because
Okay.
I didn't realise that you could do that in this street at all.
Yeah, no. Where there's a street where the line's not broken, sorry, not solid, you can do it.
Okay.
But in the meantime, pretending only gets you so far. All right, I'll come up, draw back some paperwork, and I'll come back in a second. Okay.
Actually on my way to Geelong to train for school-based training, and now he's checking my tyres. Please don't make it any nice.
And the inside of that one's scrubbed right out. Nadia, can you just turn your steering wheel hard towards me? That's it.
What's the matter with my tyres now?
They're like rubber bands. Do you want to come and have a look?
Nadia's pretend U-turn could be turning into something far more expensive.
The car hasn't changed from 5 minutes ago.
Senior Constable Dean Pickering is trying to get a condition report signed off so a car can be towed.
I just want to check everything's correct.
It's correct. I don't make mistakes. Your details are on the top.
Everyone makes mistakes.
The driver won't agree, but because he's suspended, the car will be towed anyway.
Can't afford a taxi? You got any money on you at all?
No.
Well, mate, you smoke like a chimney. If you didn't spend so much money on your smokes, you
It's
might have...
my personal choice, mate. It's my personal choice to smoke, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your personal choice to smoke, but I'm saying you got no money for a taxi, so how are you going to get home?
I don't know. Stay here.
Stay here.
And in his second compromise tonight, Dean decides to offer the driver a lift home. Senior Constables Mick McCran and Kevin Hume Cook have pulled over a car breaking a multitude of rules.
I can help you with this. This phone here. If you want to set up a payment plan, you can ring Melbourne. There's a phone number on there.
Can I work with you?
Work with me? Unfortunately not. Sorry.
No, unfortunately,
What if
I
I
have
can't
to do
afford to
that.
pay the fine?
You're chatting up another policeman. I'm not the one chatting up.
Gee.
Are you drawing a house?
Yes, I am. No, thanks.
Why did you draw the house?
It's a car. It's a car. I'm making some notes as to where everybody's sitting so that I know.
It's like art. It's sort of in the eye of the beholder.
Well, we'll fuck it out.
Mate, you've got to get that tyre fixed on the car.
Yeah, I will get it
All right.
first thing tomorrow morning.
I don't want you driving an unsafe motor vehicle. You have not been issued with a $300 fine for driving an unsafe motor vehicle. Not. So spend the money on your tyre. Okay. In relation to driving with a child that's sharing the seatbelt with another passenger, you've been issued with a ticket because you're responsible as the driver.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Any questions in relation to the fine? There's a phone number on the back.
Yep.
Mate, when you're driving with young ones in the car, no smoking. Everybody in their own seats, everybody got a seatbelt on. You won't have any dramas, okay?
Yep. Excellent.
Take
Thank you
care.
very
Bye.
Hiya.
Bye.
No.
They've just been told there aren't enough seatbelts, but everyone's getting back into the car.
Still seem to have the problem that we had before, though. We've got one too many people, so how are we going to fix that?
Oh, well. If you'll accompany me.
Right. Mum, hop back in the car. Mum, it's all right. You go in the car and I'll walk Shani home. Mum, you just hop in the car. I'll meet you back. It's all right. I'll walk.
I'm not sure if they're capable of making a decision.
Yeah. She's got her seat in. Quick.
Eventually, common sense prevails, leaving the child safely strapped in and her mother walking home.
It's just shocking. These are the people that are in charge of our children and our future, and yeah, we really have to wonder sometimes.
There you go, mate.
Senior Constable Luke Anderton has pulled over a driver for using a mobile phone. It turns out he has no licence, and Luke is about to call the boy's mother to find out if she knows he's driving her car.
My name's Senior Constable Luke Anderson. I'm calling from Victoria Police. How are you going? Is your son's name... Okay, we've just pulled him over. He's driving your car. Your car. Did you know he was driving your car? No, there's no use waking him up. I've got him here, okay? I've intercepted him driving in your car. So you did give him permission to drive your car? Okay, he's 17 years of age. Okay, your son is 17. He's not to drive a motor vehicle without a licence. That's right, he hasn't got a licence and you're allowing him to use your motor vehicle. No, it's not okay. That's reckless on your behalf. Okay? Is your son's fine. What I'm not happy with is that his own mother is allowing him to drive her motor vehicle when he's only 17 and hasn't got a licence.
A woman has been stopped for doing an illegal U-turn, which she's surprisingly cheery about. But after bringing attention to herself, the car is now getting the once-over from Senior Constable Al Farrell.
Just turn your steering wheel hard towards me. That's it.
What's the matter with my tyres now?
They're like rubber bands. Do you want to come and have a look? Come and jump off the road and I'll show you this one because it's the same on that side. All right. Once I get to that, they're no good. So...
Okay, it's very hard to see on the inside because on the outside they look rather good.
You notice when you drive in the wet, it takes a bit longer to pull up and all that sort of thing?
No.
Apart from just the normal...
I'm a female.
You're a
I
female? You don't
notice
pay attention to these things?
things.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a notice on the car to get the tyres fixed. It's not a
Are
fine.
you going to put a yellow canary on my car?
Well, I'll decide on whether I'm going to stick it actually on your windscreen,
Oh,
but it is
please.
going to be a notice to get the tyres done.
Okay.
All right, they're going to have to be done regardless because eventually they're going to give way.
What have I done to do?
You pretended to do a U-turn over a side.
I know, I pretended, and look, and I've got pretend
As I
flat
said,
tyres.
and then I'll give you your pretend ticket for
Okay.
your pretend U-turn. All right?
And how many penalty points is that?
That's going to be 2 demerit points.
Okay.
Okay, 2 of the best. All right, I'll come back in a
two
sec.
of the best. Very funny man, isn't he? I don't look inside my tyres, and obviously my partner needs to check my tyres, and he's a mechanic. Does that make sense to you? No.
I'll just grab your red bit of pretend paper for your pretend U-turn.
Okay, is it going to take long?
No, 30 seconds.
Okay, because I don't want to have to speed to work now.
No,
I want to be sensible. Take 5 off. Those roads.
She was pretending. I like that.
Yeah, well, that would have been good if he was pretending, and if he was nice, he would have let me go with a warning.
Sorry?
If you were a nice man, you would have let me go with a warning.
Here's a warning. Do it again. You might get another ticket. There's a warning. Do you want
You're a funny man.
Do you want
You're
another
lucky
one?
you're funny, man.
Here's your first, okay,
Yeah.
which is the U-turn over the solid white line.
Okay.
$234 and 2 demerit points. Okay? You can consider yourself getting a warning for the defect. I'm not going to give you a ticket for it. Just a notice. Oh, so I am a nice man. We'll call it square.
Okay.
All right? You've got your
Okay,
license.
thank you.
I'll leave it with you.
Thank
See
you.
later.
I'm thanking you. I'm going to get my husband, the mechanic, to check my tyres. What do you think? Thank you very much.
See you, Nadia.
Luke Anderton is having stern words with a mother who's loaned her car to her unlicensed son.
Did you know he was driving your car?
Even though his mother says she gave him permission, he's still got some explaining to do.
That's your mummy.
Hello? Right now.
What's going to happen is he's going to receive a couple of penalty notices for unlicensed driving and obviously using a mobile phone while driving. I'm not prepared to give him the tickets here. I want to catch up with him and his mum because I find his mum's actions are just as bad as reckless as his. Allowing a 17-year-old boy to drive a motor vehicle on a road is unacceptable. What's going to happen, mate, is I'm going to come around and have a little meeting with you and your mum. Okay,
At our house?
At our house, not tonight,
Oh.
at a later time. We're going to discuss your actions and the actions of your own mother. Okay, because leaving you behind the wheel is a no-go. How many lives have seen ruined because teenagers decide to get behind of a wheel untrained and undisciplined? And yeah, it's not a pretty sight, so I'm still a bit shocked by the mum's actions. As I said, she's about as reckless as her son.
The teen's older brother, who does have a licence, is on his way to drive the car home.
No pain.